Hi, I'm going to walk you through a few of these items to help you get started and show you a lot of tips to help you find the IMDb URLs. This tutorial should be very helpful for someone that's doing these hits, and because we're pre-screening the workers, I would think that this tutorial is really required for people to get started. Okay, for this title, it's called Luxo Junior, and for each title, I'm going to try and find the IMDb URL. So to start, I normally do a Google search, so I'm just going to do Luxo Junior IMDb, and it's the first item right here, and I'm going to, the poster art looks the same, the title's the same, runtime, 2 minutes, 2 minutes is the same, so here's a match. So I'm going to add that in, and it's telling me that this is a short film, which it is, and this is optional, but if there's ever anything you need to tell us, there's a notes field for your comments, and I'm going to submit it. Okay, the second one's a little more difficult. It's Death at a Funeral, so I'm going to search Death at a Funeral. And actually, you'll notice that there are two results here. So this one, Death at a Funeral, is from 2010, and it's directed by Neil LaBute. And it looks like a match. See, it says Death at a Funeral and everything. However, the director here is listed as Frank Oz. And if you open up the iTunes link right here, you'll see that the actors here and the director gives you all the credits, and none of these match that. But if we go to the other one, Death at a Funeral 2007, we'll see it was directed by Frank Oz. So this is the match right here. If you were to enter in the other URL, that would be incorrect, and obviously the item would be rejected. So just as an example, I'm going to leave a note here. This is the British version directed by Frank Oz. You don't need to leave this note because in this case we know it's accurate, but I'm just giving you an idea of a type of note that someone might leave. Okay, so the next one is for TV, and for the items for the hits that we're doing, you'll have to find one entry if it's a movie and 2 entries if it's TV. Now the reason that we're doing that is movies are a little bit more difficult than TV. We get a lot of foreign language ones. You'll see this one's in Japanese, a lot in French and German, whereas most TV items are in English, although they're not always, but a vast majority are in English, and a lot of times you'll get them in the same season, so it's in the same TV show, so it's a little easier. So I'm going to go to That's So Raven, Season 3, Going Hollywood, and I'm just going to enter that in. That's So Raven. And I'm going to show you actually a few ways that you could find this. So the simplest way is probably to just copy and paste it into Google and put in IMDb, and there's a match right here. That's So Raven, Going Hollywood. It's a TV episode, and I'm going to enter that in, and that works. Now for the second one, what I'm going to do, and what is a very common error, is that people enter the TV series page. So this would actually be incorrect, but I'm going to enter in the TV series page, and you'll get a big caution warning that says, hey, TV series page is wrong. You need to enter in the TV episode page. So for this one, I'm going to do Cape Fear. It's in Season 3. So underneath the episode section for the TV show, we're going to click Season 3. And actually, both of these titles should be on this page because they're both on Season 3. So let's just do that for both, even though We already found it for one, but you'd see that this would have Go in Hollywood. We could use that page, and then Cape Fear right underneath it, and we'll enter that in for that page. So you'll see that TV is often much simpler than movies are. Okay, here's an item where it's not a movie. This is some sports. It's a collection of bloopers, and so we're going to look for this on IMDb. And as expected, because it's not a movie, it's not television, it's nothing similar, it's just a collection of bloopers. It's not on IMDb. And we could try and use an image search, which is one way to find titles. So it looks like it's on Amazon, Vudu. I don't see anything here on IMDb. Another way to try and find it would be to view on iTunes, and the director is David Gavant. Let's search the director, IMDb. So we found him, and I don't think there's anything here for bloopers. There's not. And so for this one, we're going to say no IMDb exists for this title, okay? You'll notice that because it's a sports show, no error is raised or anything. However, if you do try and say that no IMDb URL exists for a movie or TV episode, there will be a caution, and we flag all entries for movies or TV shows that are that have this item selected. So like 95% of the time, maybe even 99% of the time, if it's not like a sports or exercise video, it will have an IMDb URL. So if you just click no IMDb URL, if you can't find it after one Google search and submit info, we flag those titles, and chances are there would be an IMDb URL. Okay, back to this one. Here's Jillian Michaels, Ripped in 30. I'm going to enter that in on IMDb. This looks like a pretty simple one. It's right there. And this is telling me it's a video, and I'm going to submit that one. Okay. This one is for, this right here is the TV series, or the TV collection, if you want to call it that. And then this is the episode. So for this one, I'm going to search for the TV show on IMDb. Now, it's found on IMDb, and as I mentioned before, we don't want the episode page. We don't want the series page, which this is the TV series page. We want the episode page. But you can see from this looks like a low-budget item, and no one ever bothered to add in the episodes. There are no episodes. So in this case, we're going to enter in the TV series, and it's telling us it's a TV series, and it's raising this warning, and it says, make sure, caution, you have entered in a TV series page instead of a TV episode page. Please look to find the TV episode page on IMDb and add it in. But obviously here, we're on the TV series page, and unlike some of the previous entries, there is no episode page. So if you're absolutely certain that no TV episode page exists on IMDb, the above URL is correct. And so this, I'm just going to leave a little note that says documentary TV series, CMT, has no episode page from TV series page. And I would submit that. Okay, so let's do a couple more. And this one is a little more challenging. This is a movie in Japanese. So there are 3 tricks to finding items that aren't in English. The first one is you can do an IMDb image search. So I'm at, Google image search. So I'm going to drag the image over into Google. And the first item, this actually was a pretty easy one to find. But so the first item says Darkness Falls, and you can actually even see here, it's very obvious that it's Darkness Falls. So this would be the correct IMDb URL. And you can see that it's 86 minutes here, 85 minutes there, so that's pretty close. Let's say we wanted to try and find this by the director. So this one is Jonathan Liebesman, and we'll go to iTunes to see who the director is, and it says Jonathan Bieseman. So that looks like just a translation error, but let's Cheney Clay. Yeah, it's misspelled because this page has been translated from Japanese to English. I'm using the Chrome browser, but you can see that this is the correct item, even though, you know, the names aren't spelled exactly from that translation. So I'm going to enter that in. So 2 techniques here for finding foreign language films is click the View on iTunes link and search by the director or one of the cast members. And the second one is by the IMDb Google search. Sorry, the Google image search. Okay, so here's another one, and we also provide the Google translated text right underneath it. So this one is in Japanese, and I can't read Japanese. I don't know what that is saying, but right here it says Texas Chain Killer Beginning. If I had to guess, I would think that's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning. But to make sure, let's try a few techniques here. The first one I'm going to do is a Google image search. So I'm going to move this one in. And this one says Hoboken Hollow is the first item. Let's check some of the cast and crew. And Glenn Stephan is the director, same one here, and the screenplay is by him. So this is listed as something else on IMDb, and I guess that doesn't translate well into Japanese, so they have renamed this title. But so by using the Google image search, we were able to find it, and we were able to confirm it by looking at some of the credits on iTunes to make sure that it was correct. I can also confirm with the runtime, 98 minutes, etc. So that's correct. We'll do one more here, and this one is Fight Games, and Goon is the title, and the item is actually Goon on IMDb, but let's use a different way of finding it. I'm going to try and find this by one of the cast members. So this is, the director is Michael Dowse. So I'm going to search for the director. I could also search for one of the stars, but I'm going to see what items he's directed and see if one of these looks like the one we're looking for. So this has Liev Schreiber in it. So let's click Goon. This one, let's see if this has Liev Schreiber. Yeah, this does right here. So this is the correct one. So for this one, I did an IMDb search by the cast or director name. But there are various ways to find the IMDb link. Usually it's simple, but in these items right here, I've just went through some of the more challenging ones, so you'll know some of the techniques you can use if you find a foreign language title, or if you find a title with that was remade, ways to confirm that it's the correct title, and know that we want you to enter in TV episode pages, and 99% of TV series will have TV episode pages, but it's possible, though it's rare, that a TV series will not have a TV episode. In that case, you'll just leave the TV series. Okay, thank you. Good luck.